Well, hello again, world, and welcome right back into my garden. So, I'm in the front garden this morning. I know that you have all seen my bags. So, in my bags are chicken manure. Chicken manures are in my bags. Yes, chicken manure. And this is my grass. This is what I'm using to mulch my garden. So, this grass does not have in any weed seed. I took this grass from work. So when it is that the lawns have grown up and we have very expansive lawns, when they are grown up and they cut the grass, I always have them bag me up a couple of bags and I keep them over a period of time and use them for mulching purposes. All right, so my buckets also contain chicken manure, but this chicken manure is way composted down to the point where it almost looks like soil. So this is composted down chicken manure. Does not have any chicken manure smell. It smells more earthy. So this is the one that I have been using when I'm planting or transplanting. Rather, I will put a like a sausage can full in the soil before I put the actual plant in the soil. So my beans have begun to emerge. Now let me tell you something now. I didn't label the thing them. I know these I put each of these small ones I put a broad bean. I don't see the broad beans coming up as yet. But I know I planted Banabis. I planted Jamaican red bean. I planted the Jamaican version to what would be a pinto bean. And what else did I plant? That's four different type of beans that I put in there. So there was the the Jamaican red, the Banabis, our version of a pinto bean. And what was the other bean that I planted? I don't remember. But so far, I don't even know which one this is. It kind of look pinto beanish, but um, we'll have to wait and see, you know. And this is one of four. In each of these, I put four seeds. So this have total germination in this container. This one, only one has come up. I see one coming up there. One come up here, but it don't look like it going. Oops, a lie, leaf a come. Let me leave it alone because I was about to break off the top, but I see the leaf emerging. So I'll leave this. But none of the broad beans have come up as yet. So that's the bean story for now. So again, I sowed onion seed and not a single one has emerged. Now when I bought it, the package said package for 2025. But it would appear that all of these seeds are old. They are old because I have not had a single strand of onion germinated. Not only the onions, I sowed corns again, and I've only had one single ear of corn that has germinated out of 15. So, I think, I genuinely believe that I have gotten some very old seeds. They are labeled for this year, but they are not performing like they are new seeds. I sowed again 15 string bean seeds and I only got three to germinate out of the 15. That also was packaged for 2025. Mm. So, folks, that is why I tend to like to save seeds when I grow stuff and they bear on my property. I tend to save those seeds. And believe it or not, I will have packages in the seeds from which I sow. But whatever grows on my ground, that is what I tend to keep as my seeds for future growing purposes. It is kind of disheartening because I was looking forward to transplanting my onions, you know. but I don't have any onions to transplant again. This is the second time that this has happened. I've sowed way less this time than I did the first time, but still, there's nothing. I don't understand. I really am not understanding the onions right now. I do believe that this is a butternut squash. Um, I'll tell you why. I actually had purchased butternut squash and I saved a couple of seeds from it. And my daughter took my seeds and she threw them away because she was in cleanup mode and she claimed that I am making the place messy. So she took my newspaper that I wrap up the seeds in and she threw them in the garbage. Now I never missed them until I ready to plant. That time the garbage man gone with the garbage already because I would have do a dumpster dive. But alas, the ones I thought were not viable, I had tossed the remainder of the seed and the internal section into one of the bins with the banana sucker just to break down in there and become vegetative matter that would feed the soil. But alas, apparently not all of them that I tossed in there were not viable. So see it? What I thought was a waste actually is what has produced for me plants. So I think there's about four of them in there. The intention was to take them out, but I've decided I'm going to leave them. Um, I will have to cause it to run against the concrete because it's in the front yard and most of the front yard is concreted. I don't know where else I could put it so that they could climb a fence or so, but ah, I could put them over in that corner over there. And then where I had the apple tree and then they could climb on this little piece of fence right here. So this was supposed to be me building a mini shade house right here, but um I stopped because it shaded already, so we never need to roof it. Because the pomegranate tree does a fabulous job of shading it out. So I think I can put it over there and it might still do well. Wanna think? I'm soliciting your um input. So I have butternut squashes. So this one has begun to flower already. And there's another one that has a million and one flowers, male flower heads on there. And this one is not as tall as the other one that is running. It is way shorter, but it has begun to do similarly to run. So I'm going to allow all of them to stay in there. I'm going to allow actual chickpea, not chickpea, but split peas in there because I hear that split pea can grow. Um, why am I doing all of this craziness? I know that since I decided to leave these in there, um, I know that the pumpkin likes a lot of nitrogen, and I know the pea produce a lot of nitrogen. I know that the banana plant also likes a lot of nitrogen. So actually, I soak the peas, the split pea, and I dumped them out in there. And I dumped them out in another couple of containers that have things that I know like nitrogen. I try everything that I think I can try. If them grow, I'll just allow them to grow. I don't know if they will grow, but I hear that they can grow from being pre-soaked and put in the soil. Now you notice I don't cover them because that is just me. I like to experiment. So this is another of my experiment. If it takes, I might jolly well try to find somewhere and grow some split pea myself because I use it for breads. Yes. So if I can grow my own bread, this is my version of wheat, y'all, because I have a serious problem with actual wheat product. Yes, so I tend to use the chickpea and the lentils and organic oat for flour. Yeah. And when I can afford to, I'll purchase almond flour. But me and the regular bread, no. So that's my butternut squash. I ranted, didn't I? My apologies. All right, so the slugs are eating my susumba. When me say them a eat the susumba, them eating the susumba. Them eating the susumba. The slugs are eating my susumba. So this is the susumba plant that is in the front garden. Um, I didn't plant two plant. I planted one plant and it sent up another sucker on there. I think I can still divide it and have three susumba plants instead of just two. One thing, should I chop the thing? I don't know. I don't want to cut it and then cause a problem for the plant, but I think I might. So you notice all that I am growing pawpaw. Mm-hmm. Um, these seeds were sown. I not even remember how long ago I sowed these pawpaw seeds. I have been sowing pawpaw seeds for a while now. Some come up, some don't come up. I'm praying that when I transplant, I'm going to be transplanting one, two, three, three. I think I'm going to leave this one where it's at. This is in another container. Four. There's two more in that container. There's one in the container with the susumba. I think I'm going to leave that too. I think I'm going to leave that as well. Or maybe I can take that one up as well. And so I'll have papa in other places in the yard. I think I'm going to spread them out around the yard and see where they do the best. Yeah. And there's one up in the garden that I don't know where it come from, but I think that came from the papa seed that I had gotten a papa from Marie, some papas from Marie. Um, and I think I had sown those seeds in the garden. And for a long while, I never saw anything. So that might have been one that escaped. Because where I saw them, no papa came up. But I see that was pretty close enough. So that might have been a seed that probably got washed there somehow. But I'll leave it where it's at, not pulling it up, so that I will have papas. I am trying to grow. It's something that I genuinely love to eat, but I found it very difficult to grow. I don't know why. Nevertheless, folks, to my subscribers, old and new, let me tell you a heartfelt thank you this morning. Thank you for your support. If you are here and you have not yet subscribed, I'm encouraging you to do so. Continue to like the videos, to share the videos, to leave your comments, and to press the post notification bell so that you can be made aware each time a new video is uploaded. Have a blessed day. Jagai.